How you guys doing? This is Andrew at FloryPB. We are going to do the user's manual for the 05 speed, 06 speed, and the GAT board. This is already installed, which I did in my previous video. Going to programming mode, we have our dip switches down here, which if we move dip switch 4 off, we go to tournament lock, which up is off. When we're in tournament lock mode, obviously we can't enter our settings, but we can also check the battery level. If we hold down our trigger and turn the marker on. Oh, that was dip switch 1. I'm sorry. I'm upside down and backwards to myself. That is the anti-bolt stick. If I turn dip switch 4 off, I can check my battery level. So the 4 green, that shows that it's fully charged. It's 1 to 4. 1 is very low, 2 is halfway, 3 is okay, and then 4 is fully charged. I'm going to turn dip switch 4 back to on. Dip switches, the board comes with the manual, plus you have the QR code in the bottom corner to scan if you want the digital manual. Same manual, it's just online. So your dip switch 1, which in this case is on the complete right side of this trigger frame, that's for your anti-bolt stick, on and off. The second one is your anti-mechanical bounce. These are all just on from the factory. I put these all on from the factory just so you have the adjustability and you have all the features already set in, but you can turn them off for your choosing. And dip switch 3 is your eye cap if your rate of fire is on. Don't have to worry about this one too much. It's a eyed marker. It's supposed to have eyes. It's set up that way, so I just run it that way and not like I do with the LCD and IR3 boards. But we are set up with tournament lock tournament lock disabled, so we can program. The way we enter programming is we hold down our trigger and we turn the marker on. We let it cycle through. And now we start with green. Green is dwell. The dwell is set at 12 milliseconds, so you can adjust it in 1 millisecond increments. Next one is red. This is your rate of fire. This is set at 10 balls a second to start. You can go from anywhere from 1 balls per second to 40 balls per second with this program. Third one is purple. This is only on when dip switch 2 is on. This goes away if you have dip switch 2 off. This is your anti-mechanical bounce. This if you're shooting slow, which if you're playing like I don't know, if one of these like Iron Man Classic or something like that, we might actually run into anti-mechanical bounce issues. So it might be good to have, this on. That's why I'm keeping it on. 5 milliseconds is the dwell, is what it's set for. Next is teal. This is your ball and breach delay. So this is how long the ball has to break the eyes before it lets the marker cycle. This is set for 1 millisecond with a regular modern loader on it, but you can adjust it to your preference, whatever you need. Yellow is fire modes. There's 4 fire modes. You have 1 which is traditional semi. Fire mode 2 is just full automatic for testing. Normally I use it for. Fire mode 3 is your NXL ramp, your legal ramp for the NXL mode, and then 4 is a parabolic ramp. So the faster you pull the trigger, just the more balls it just adds onto it, just to make it shoot stupid fast. This next is white. This is a new one. This is incremental balls per second. So the red, the second setting, adjusts your global balls per second. So you set that for 10. Say if you're shooting 10.5, this is your incrementals in 0.1. So if you want to shoot 10.3, adjust this to 3. Basically is the way I'm saying that. It starts at 0. If you have one pull at 0, 10 pulls is 0.9 balls per second. For refs is 0.1 balls per second up from there. So if we want to set to 10.3 because we're shooting 10.5, we hold it and we go 1 for 0, 2 for 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and now we're at 10.3. I'll put that back to 0 though. If you hold it, it reads it out to you. That's with every setting. If you hold the setting, if you don't know what it is and you don't just want to adjust it real quick, you can hold it and it'll flash the amount it is, then you can input something. That's like what Teal board does. I don't love when it forces you to sit there and count the blinks before you can adjust. I feel like that wastes time, but if I want to know what I'm doing, I can do that. And then the final mode is blue. This is your debounce. Set for 5 milliseconds to start. Again, you can adjust it if you're getting bounce issues. If you're playing semi and it's bouncing and you don't like it, you can adjust it, or you can make it bounce more if you want. And then it cycles back to green. When you're done with programming, you just turn the marker off. And you can turn it on again like that. Now I got to clean the eyes in this because they're a little dirty. But eyes blue means you have a ball in the breach, or you have an eye malfunction. Right now I have an eye malfunction. If I pull the trigger, it's going to flash blue, which means I have an eye malfunction. It looks to see if the ball moves, if it sees a gap, a bolt, and then a gap and a ball drop. It looks for that. If it doesn't see that, if it doesn't get that free break, it goes into eye malfunction mode, which limits the rate of fire of the marker. If you're running with eyes off, just turn the eyes off by pulling the back switch the other way. If I pull the trigger, it didn't see the cycle. It thinks I have an eye malfunction. It's still going to ramp because I'm in mode 3, but it's going to limit me to 10 balls per second, whatever mode I'm doing. If you turn the eyes off, it doesn't care. It does whatever you want it to do. But green means the breach is clear, free and clear. Blue means it's there's a ball in place, or it's a key indicator that your eyes are broken right now. So right now my eyes aren't working. And I believe that's it for this manual. A little quick and dirty. But I want to get some out there because I put these up for sale. And you know, it's a two-way street. One part I would love to have everything fully prepped and clean and perfect when I release it. But then the other side of it, I want to get these boards out. I don't want to sit on them as I'm trying to do all this little background crap. But this is the 05 speed board, 06 speed board, 45 frame or 90 frame works in both of them. And the GAT it works in as well. This is Andrew at FloryPB. That's it for now.